Hi, folks. That's Lea Peacock, president of the EGA, right there in the upper left. Beth in the bottom left. Cindy from the A&G seminar on the mezzanine
Yep, over the bar.
over the bar, but drinking water.
Yeah,
What a
So
good
yeah.
girl. What a good girl.
yeah, we're so proud of her for being, whatever. So so we've
I'm in
got.
the I'm in the 24-hour stitching area.
Oh, really? No food or drink
Yeah,
at tables. Oh my. Ooh.
Hmm.
that's the theory.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
Normalcy will take
they've
over.
got, I don't know, uh, a whole bunch of big tables with chairs, and you can sit out here and stitch for however long you want to, whenever you want to.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
we've
Okay.
taken it,
nice.
and there's good light. There's a whole bank of windows here on the left here, so yeah, it's a great place to sit and stitch.
Yeah. All right. So Cindy's going to show us in a little while. She's going to show us the project she and Robin have been working on. It's fantastic. Yep. So and Lee is going to give us the complete rundown on the 2025 EGA seminar and Sampler U. And at the bottom of the screen is a URL. Write that down on your little notepad. Write that down because you're going to want to use that. So we got all things, and we got other things going on too. Before we go very far, though, I just want to have a moment of silence for the all the families in Georgia, the shooting there at the school, and 4 dead and 9 others that have been shot. And of course, you can imagine in a small town the impact. And I think from now on, every time there's one of these, and sadly we know there's going to be more, I think we're going to help me remember to have a moment of silence for these people because this is just tough on them. I can't even imagine. And I was saying
Right.
before the show, as a former teacher, you really, unless you've done it, you really don't know, but you really come to care for those kids almost like they're your own, even the ones that are a complete pain in the butt. I mean, you just care about them. You want them to succeed. You want them to find their way in however it works. And I just can't imagine what that's like. Parent, grandparent, teacher, so difficult. So we'll just take a moment here and remember all the families involved, and then we'll move on with the stitching. Okay, thank you. Help me remember the next time it happens. We can, those of us who pray, we can pray it never happens again, but we know better. So I want to start out tonight with we had as soon as I get the right thing up here, we had the Tour de Broderie during the Tour de France, that series, and then we had the Tour de Broderie Femme during the women's Tour de France. And I got, just before the show, I got an email from Cindy Russell. And she says her Instagram is Varied Threads, VARIED Threads, Varied Threads on Instagram. Many thanks to you, Jessica, Jennifer, Beth, Cindy, for a very fun Tour de Broderie. I really enjoyed the banter and learning more about the race, the racers, and embroidery. Today I ordered my first slate frame from Jenny Aiden Christie and told her that you and Fiber Talk and Jessica Grimm were instrumental in that decision. So thanks for mentioning us, Cindy. For your entertainment, I've attached a photo of the piece I finished during the tour. It's a stump work project from Inspirations Magazine, issue 117, Rose and Daisies. Lots of fun and a challenge. Thank you for your enthusiasm and excellent interviews. You always know how to bring out the best in the people you're talking to and always ask interesting questions. I've learned a lot from you and your guests. So thanks for those kind words, Cindy's. But is that a stunner? And as Beth pointed out, she's got that sitting on an Avlia design too. So she's really working it. But that is just
Yeah,
impressive. Yeah.
that is gorgeous. Gorgeous piece.
Beautiful.
And she did something out of the Inspirations magazine. Did you? That was the
Yeah.
other thing that got me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. that stack of
We just
magazines that I have that I've never done one out of. Yes.
yes.
Right. But that is absolutely beautiful. So nice going, Cindy. Really stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good one. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Allison Foles, I just have to say, Allison Foles, you've sent several very helpful emails, and I've been busy putting a magazine together. But you're on the short list to get back to with answers. So I appreciate all that you've offered. Um, very helpful on several fronts. And then we have Lea Peacock here, president of EGA tonight, and Lea will be our guest on Sunday. So we did an hour with Lea talking about EGA and where she sees it heading, and the needlework world in general, and how her presidency, and how she raised her hand and volunteered and said, "Pick me, pick me." Is that's how it went, right?
Please, please,
Yeah.
please pick me.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the show Sunday. But then she was kind enough to join us tonight because just to give another rundown, you'll get some Sunday, but what's going on and what they have planned for next year's EGA seminar. This year's just finished not too long ago, but now big plans for next year. So we're just gonna give it to you, Lea, and let you tell us what you want to tell us. And if you have questions in the audience, speak up. So
Oh,
there's the
thank
logo.
you, Gary.
Yep.
Thank you. So I appreciate this opportunity to come and talk to you tonight. There's a very important date that's coming up, and that would be September the 10th at 12 noon Eastern Daylight Time. And that is when registration opens, first come, first serve, for the Needlework Fair, the EGA National Seminar, to be held in Dallas. And this year it's going to be in November, which is just an absolutely lovely time to be in Dallas. So you can go to the EGA website, it's egausa.org, and go to Seminar Central, and you can see all of the class offerings. And then next week at 12 noon Eastern, you can tap on that button and register for your class. But there's something very special getting ready to happen within that seminar. Is we're going to have a 2-day, we're calling it Sampler University, and it will be the weekend, the tail end of the seminar. And it's different because we're inviting non-members to participate in this. And we've got 2 classes that we'll be offering. The first one is a reproduction sampler by Sylvia Stecker with running with needles and scissors. And it is just a beautiful piece. So the first half of the day, you're going to be working and learning the stitches, and there's a few specialty stitches, not a ton, in this class. And then on the afternoon, we're going to go in and you're going to take motifs from the sample and design your own smalls. And the other thing about this class is you'll be able to choose your linen size. So you can go as from 32 all the way to 46. The piece we're looking at right now on the screen was actually stitched on 46. So that's the Saturday class. Then the Sunday class is going to be a sampler sewing roll. That is with Becky Nolan of Lucy Bean. And what you're going to do in this class is you'll actually get the sampler that you see on the screen right now. You'll get that in advance. And then when you get to Dallas with your stitched piece, the class in Dallas is going to be actually finishing the sampler. This particular sampler is done with overdyed cottons, and it's got London, the fabrics, Liberty London, help me out here, guys.
Sounds
Liberty
good
of
to me.
London.
Yes, and that's going to be what the fabric lining will be of this sampler. And along with it, you're going to get a carrying case that's going to fit in it. You get a beeswax piece, and you get a really sweet little wooden hoop that will also be wrapped in fabric. So it's going to be really special. The code that you see on your screen, if you are a non-member of EGA, you can use that code up there, and you can go directly to sign up for the Sampler U, and that will also be next. Is it Wednesday? Is it the 9th or the 10th? Not
Um,
sure.
I don't, let's
let's
see.
see. The 10th is Tuesday, so it's next Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. So
Yeah.
Tuesday. Now I know Gary's going to be signing up for it, so you want to make sure that you are poised and ready to press that button so that you can beat him out of that class.
Yeah, when you listen to the show Sunday, you'll hear how she browbeat me into signing up for this. Yeah,
It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Yeah, well,
I
good,
gave up.
good.
I gave up. I'm signing up. It's over.
But at the same time that he gave up and threw in the towel, he also obligated Beth to it as well.
Oh, see? Now, wait a second. I'm innocent.
That was the secret. Oh, I'm so sorry. I
It's okay,
don't,
Lee.
oops.
One
Oops.
strike. That's it. One strike. Don't worry about it.
Hmm.
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 But we were
Now,
so excited about being able to offer this opportunity and have this special focus retreat within a seminar on samplers. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, you get your 2 kits, you get 2 days of instruction, you're going to get 2 lunches, you're going to get all the swag, you get to come into the seminar and participate in all of the exhibits and activities that are going on. There is an advantage in pricing if you are a member, but you do not have to be a member of EGA to participate.
That's
yeah.
nice that you open that up to non-members, because I know sometimes people are like, well, I don't really know if I want to join. I can't really participate, but this might make them, get them in the door, so to speak, which would be
Right,
nice.
Right.
And to see all
right.
the fun things that EGA does offer, because EGA offers a ton
Yeah.
of
There'll be
opportunities.
a lot of activities going on that you can participate in. And you don't have to stay at the hotel. It's going to be at the Anatole, which is really nice there in Dallas. Very convenient to Love Field, a really easy, short taxi ride from the airport to the hotel. It's going to be really fun and a beautiful time of year to be in Dallas. It won't be hot, I
Yeah.
hope.
She said. Yeah.
Hey, we're going to be in a hotel. Why do we care?
Right.
It's stitching anyway. We don't go out.
That's right.
And I
That's
will
true.
say that based on a lot of experience, if you can fly into Love Field and not DFW, do it, because DFW is on like my top 3 of airports to just avoid at all costs. But Love Field is, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used
definitely
to fly.
easy and easier.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to fly in and out of Love Field when I was in college. So yeah.
But
Then
really want to emphasize that this is on a weekend. You don't have to be a member. So it's really excellent because it allows people who have families, who are jobs, who can't get away during the week. You can go for a couple of days to do this thing and participate and get to see a seminar without making that big time commitment and money commitment that you would make if you went for the full time period. So it's a real great opportunity for non-members to get exposed to and enjoy a national seminar and see. Well, the time you and I went in Chicago, the exhibit alone was just worth everything. That
Right.
was, yeah. So next Tuesday at noon Eastern, right?
right.
The
That's
10th.
correct.
Poised.
Poised and ready to go.
Yeah.
Press that button. Yeah.
But you better be fast because I'm faster. That's how that works. So,
Yeah. And
um,
and the
go ahead.
seminar classes aren't too shabby either. So if you look at those, if you are a member or interested in joining, I know Clara's teaching a few classes, and then Kate Barlow's there going to be there. Well, and she's from the Royal School of Needlework.
Right.
Those classes, you can't. That would be the least expensive way to take a class from them, Kate
Yeah.
Barlow, and then to meet Clara in person. Wow, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's a super opportunity. And then Hazel Bloomkamp is going to be teaching, of course, a Zoom
Yes.
correspondence class after the fact. So that's a super opportunity. You don't even have to get out of your pajamas for that class. So
My favorite way to take a class,
yeah,
actually.
in your PJs.
In
Yes.
my
So,
PJs with my cup of coffee. I'm
mhm.
done. I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
So there's
Oh,
a
man.
variety of techniques that we're going to be offering. So I think we have pretty much something for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a quick look. You know, you have beadwork, there's stump work, there's surface embroidery. Terry Bay is teaching whitework classes,
Yes.
and she is a fantastic teacher. I cannot
Yes.
Yeah.
recommend her enough. I mean, just wow, fantastic
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else is going to be there that I saw that I noticed? Um, Melinda
Yes.
Sherbing.
She's Sherbring.
She's
She's going to
teaching a
be
couple
there.
of classes. Yeah,
She,
she's
there's the
teaching
most,
a couple classes.
she has the most exquisite blackwork pieces that are just fabulous,
Yeah.
really, really
Yes.
special. And then
Yes.
Wendy Ines has a dimensional dragon. Did you happen to see that?
I
It's
I
one
didn't
of the
see
4 day
that.
classes. Oh my
I
gosh.
Beth.
didn't either.
Beth just got sucked into that one. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Definitely
oh, okay.
check it out.
Shroom. I got to go look at that. Oh
Go look
no.
at that and then get ready to press the button because I think it's going to sell out really fast. Really, really
Yes.
fast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
we've got
Beth's a low
Chris
bar when it
Berry
comes to
coming
dragons.
also from England, and she does a lot with gold work and historic stitches and threads. So, I mean,
I
we've got
talked
something for everybody.
Lee, I talked over you. Who is it from England?
Chris Berry. Chris Berry.
Don't know her.
Oh, she's wonderful. As far if you have an interest in um, the gold threads and also the historic applications, she's top notch. Really fun.
Well, we may just have to
There
try to
you
get her to
go.
do a
You,
show. Yeah.
Beth, you can only take one class at a time.
Beth, we
That's the
might work
problem.
something out for you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
She's
Thanks, Lee.
teaching your anything. She's teaching a 1 day class on cellular stitch that alone, and then she's got
Oh.
a 4 day class. There's some finishing classes that are going to be really neat. Those are always very popular. So got it all. You need to come.
Oh, and
Oh,
our friend Claire Warschauer is teaching too.
Yes, she's
yes.
got
Yeah.
3 classes. She's going to be doing the goldfish, a
Uh-huh.
mockingbird, state bird of
Yeah.
Texas. I don't know if it's the same mockingbird. And there's another
The
piece.
floral wreath. The floral wreath.
Yes, that's
Because
a
Yeah.
1 day class. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, so you
see?
can slip that in there. Mary
Yeah.
Alice Sinton is going to be doing some beadwork. And then there's a new to EGA, or to us, is a lady by the name of Holly Bean, and she's got some very dramatic pieces of beadwork, very dimensional, really some neat things.
Yeah. Who was
So,
doing the tiger pendant?
yes, that's
That's
Holly Bean.
okay. All right. And
Okay.
then who was the other person that I saw that I don't want to miss somebody, but now I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Debbie Rowley's teaching
Yeah.
the
Yes,
mermaid
yes,
Hmm.
she is.
sitting
It's
on the
really,
rock.
mm-hmm,
Yes.
with all the flowing hair. Yeah, she's really pretty. Yeah. So,
See
Okay.
all
All
these
right. Now
classes, Gary.
I don't know what I was doing sitting here not doing my job, but all right. Here we go.
so
Terry
that's
Bay doing
Missionary
Genevieve.
Bay. And then right below it, I think it's Kate Barlow.
Yep. Winter to birds. I
Hmm.
mean, we
That
got
is
nothing but time.
so
Let's
pretty.
go here. All right.
Yeah, let's
So
do this.
pretty.
All right.
And then the next one would be Holly Bean. Look at that.
Oh,
Oh.
Isn't
that's
that amazing?
amazing.
See what these beadwork, it's
Oops. Look at that.
Isn't that something?
that
Wow.
is just stunning.
This is Celeste Chelsani.
Mm.
Isn't that pretty? That's stump work.
Hmm. Oh, the leaves are beautiful.
Mm-hmm. They
Hmm.
Besides
really
the
are.
flower, which is nice.
Judging.
Who's doing
And
this?
that is Cheryl Christensen. They'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
teaching that.
Yep.
This is Canby Robertson, and that the work on that is so fine and so delicate, and then you finish it into a collapsible Ort container,
Oh.
and it's just beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Here's Gail Stafford. We just had her on a couple weeks ago.
She talked about
Yes.
this piece, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember her talking about it.
And
So I
that's just, and
studied it. Go
her
ahead.
work is stunning. Her work is just
Yes,
stunning.
absolutely.
I'm gonna keep moving. Oh, here's Clara's bird.
Mockingbird, uh-huh.
Hmm.
Mockingbird.
It's very delicate piece.
Oh, here's
This
Melinda
is,
Sherbring. Oh man.
mhm. And
See?
there's a companion to that. But what you can't appreciate is the detail and the shading that you see in that black work. It's just amazing. And you get to pick one or the other. There's two of them that you get to pick from.
Wow.
Right. So there's a little video underneath. If you go to the EGA website, there's a little video to watch, and it looks like I can see the picture of it underneath there.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Makes too many noises.
Finishing class.
Oh, this is the finishing class. Okay, so
Hmm.
that's Kim Hollifield. Okay.
Yes.
There's another
I've
one though too, I think.
There is another one on mounting. Kim's got two, and then there's another one on mounting. This is Deborah Mytek. Look at this peacock. Isn't this
Holy
interesting? I
smokes.
think everybody should want a peacock,
Yeah.
It is really pretty.
isn't it? This is ribbon, and there's beads in there. It's just a beautiful piece.
Oh, very Art Deco.
Yep.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That ribbon stuff really fascinates me.
Yeah.
Deborah's a great teacher.
Well, here's
This is the
Debbie's.
mermaid.
Isn't that fantastic?
It is just beautiful.
I'm going to take all the classes.
Yep.
Do all the stuff. This is Mary Alice Sinton beading, and that finishes into a little zip bag.
I just saw that it's Japanese bead embroidery. That is very cool.
Hmm.
Oh, here's Chris Berry.
This is Chris Berry that we were talking about. Yes.
Oh.
I got to see
Oh.
if she'll do a show with us. We got to talk to her.
She's
Hmm.
really interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
What is that? What technique was that?
Though she's working with metal threads
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
and
Okay.
the older stitches. What is that stitch called? The tray? No, I can't remember the name of it.
I'm looking. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Mm-mm.
It's not the Elizabethan stitch, is it? Because that one's kind of tough.
Well,
I've tried that one
Tudor and
before.
Stuart
it's
embroidery is
like
all it
that.
says.
Yes,
Okay.
it's one of those when you need to get it established in your head, and then all of a sudden light bulb goes off, and you go, "Oh yeah, I can do that." It's
Right.
getting to
Right.
that point. It's just practice, practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I did it on the oh goodness, more than a rose piece. The EGA group correspondence class.
Oh yeah, I bet you did. Hmm. And this is
Oh, this next
Catherine
one.
Duke. Yes. So
Yeah.
this is a color class, and she's excellent, excellent teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Beth, this one's for you.
Holy smokes.
That's stunning.
I know.
Yeah.
So one of the wings is dimensional. The fire down at the bottom is dimensional. His body is padded and then stitched over. It's just amazing,
Wow.
absolutely amazing. This is the
All
one
right.
you need to be poised for next Tuesday.
That one is going to go fast. Because that is just a fantastic piece.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
just And to see it in person it's fabulous. It really is. Yeah, I think it will go quite fast.
We haven't interviewed her, have we? Wendy Ines?
No, but we're going to.
Yeah, and that's advanced intermediate. That's not a beginner class, people, obviously.
You
But oh
think?
my word.
Right.
You think?
I think occasionally people think, oh, there's nothing left in seminar for me to take, is what I've heard. Or there's EGA doesn't offer anything for me to a class for me to take. Well, here you go. Here's a class for you to
Yep.
take.
That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
Yes.
Lauren Yeager.
That's really pretty too.
Yeah.
And again, a different technique, pulled and drawn whitework. I thought at first it was surface embroidery. I mean, with surface embroidery, but it's got the pulled and the drawn, so you learn another technique. Deborah Fell.
Sorry, I went back. Okay, here, Deborah Fell here.
So this one's very interesting. This is actually a 5-day class, and this is where you're not going to come out with a set piece that somebody else has designed. This is a workshop where you get in there and you're going to work and design, and it focuses on slowing down and relishing in process rather than product. You bring your own supplies. The stitch marks are the brush strokes that make the composition complete. The students will explore personal mark making preferences with the power of parallel play in groups. That's very different from what we've done in the past. So we're pretty excited about that too.
Yeah.
Yes, this is, and I know that's very, very, it's popular in quilting right now. I mean, it's been for a while, so I'm very glad EGA is offering that as a class.
Yeah.
Terry Bay doing another one. Scribbles.
Look at that. It has reticella in it.
Sign up, Beth. Kate Barlow.
This is
Another
Kate
class for me.
Barlow.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Tiniest little piece. It's so pretty. Just beautiful.
And it's just a 1-day class, so I can squeeze it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a beaded
Fun.
bracelet.
Holly Bean. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's some detail.
Very cool piece.
That was the salon stitch that I was telling you about with Chris Berry. And that's just a 1-day class. But just think of all the dimensional things you could do just knowing that one stitch.
Wow.
Beth's wheels are spinning.
You know it. It's like,
This is elegant.
That's Celeste, I believe.
Yep. Celeste Gelisani here. That's just really elegant. Oh, here's mounting techniques. That would be good.
Would be a very good class. We all need to know how to do that.
Good techniques. Here's Wendy Ennis again. Wow.
that's a cool class with a seahorse.
And that's Canby Robertson again. Her work is so fine and so delicate. It's just exceptional.
That's a beautiful piece too, with the surface embroidery.
There we go.
Oh,
Stafford.
Gail Stafford.
I thought it was a quilt.
It looks it,
That's
right?
like yes.
It's a quilt pattern.
When you look
Right.
at the picture there, you think, yeah. But nope.
Her stitching is so precise. It's just beautiful.
Tight. Ooh, it's tight.
Pretty.
That's nice. Yep. Here's Clara's wreath.
There's the wreath. Yeah.
And Yeah, this picture does not do it justice. It's really pretty. And there's been
Yeah.
a lot of interest amongst the attendees in Atlanta just looking at this. It is a 1-day class, so you get this introduction into metal threads, silk and metal threads. I think it's going to be very popular as well.
Yeah, and we've
She's a
taken
good teacher.
classes from her, and I think she's an excellent teacher. I've really
We're
enjoyed taking
excited to get
classes
her.
with her.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, Lauren Yeager.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, this is a basic intermediate, which I like because it's not a beginner class, but if you want to learn a technique, this would be a great class to take to learn to play with the silk threads. Is what it looks like. Nice.
This is Melinda again.
I'm going to go faster. This is,
Yeah.
Now we're getting
like
into
it.
some of the smaller one
Yeah.
day. These are actually, this one's going to be a pre-event class that you can sign up for.
Okay. Somebody said on the list there are 4 virtual class. Oh, Sandy said that. Yeah, right here.
Yes.
Okay, here's another Cherry Bay, which is
Oh,
fantastic.
now that
Isn't that
one.
pretty?
Talk to me about that one. Wow.
Yeah, with Reticella, Hardinger, and Punto Antico. Is that how you pronounce that?
Easy for you to say.
But look at that. Oh,
That's
wow.
gorgeous.
And she
That's
says, in the words
gorgeous.
of Monty Python, now for something completely different.
Yeah.
Coloring outside the lines is a first class design in a mix of techniques that I've been playing with for a while. So this is all playing.
Yeah,
Can you imagine if she gets serious? Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Kate Barlow.
I looked at this one too. This one
Yes.
looks interesting.
The shading in there is phenomenal. Very precise. Very Kate Barlow.
This one, Gary.
Whoa.
Wow.
You know, on that
Whoa.
stand, it looks huge. It's really not quite that big. It overpowers this stand. But if you were to actually wear it, it wouldn't be all that big. It's
But
not
the
small.
beadwork is gorgeous.
And that's Celeste again. That's Deborah Mytek.
That's the silk ribbon.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Oh, very nice.
A couple of years ago, she did a sunflower that was just beautiful, and this would be a wonderful companion to that sunflower.
Oh,
That's
blue
Candy.
bonnets.
Whoops. I like this here in the background.
The ghosting,
That's nice. Makes it deep.
Right.
Debbie Rowley. Ooh.
Yeah.
So we needed a star because you're going to be in Texas, right?
Yep.
That's Mary Alice Sinton. That's the Japanese bead embroidery.
Yep.
Gail Stafford again.
And a nice notebook class. I like this. This looks interesting.
Here's Clara's koi fish.
And you finished yours, right, Gary?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't shown it because I didn't want to everybody else feel inferior.
Yes, I know.
It's that
Yeah, I'm
good.
sure.
Yeah,
It's that good.
that
Yeah.
That's my line too.
Yeah,
Ever
yeah,
thoughtful, ever thoughtful.
yeah. It's for the people. It's for the
It's,
people.
yes,
Yeah,
it's for the people. Good job.
yeah. Right. Oh, I like
Triple
this.
Lily. Oh, okay,
Whoops,
Melinda.
Linda Sherbring. We talked to her, didn't we? I think we did.
Yes, we did. Yes,
Yeah,
we
I
did.
think so.
That's
Oh,
Stand-up
box
box
finishing.
finishing. Ooh,
Hmm.
that's a good technique to learn.
yes. Because I have
She
several
taught
pieces I'd
these.
like to finish.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
she
sorry.
taught these classes at South Central Region this year, and they were wildly popular. And
Yeah.
people were
Yeah, I'm
walking
sure.
around seminar with finished pieces. It was just amazing.
Wow.
It made you jealous.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. Good. So there you go, folks. Next Tuesday, noon Eastern time. Poise your
Be
finger.
there.
There's the technique. Lee
Yeah,
showing the technique.
The
anybody
button.
can do it. It's not too hard.
There's no charge for that technique class
Yeah.
right there. Yep. All free. Yeah.
All free.
Okay. Do I know where what is, Robin?
The seminar,
It's in Dallas.
Robin?
No, the
It's in
koi.
Dallas.
The
The
koi. Oh, the
koi.
koi. Yeah, I can
Oh,
put
the
my hands.
koi.
Oh, that's cheap, Robin. That's a cheap shot, Robin. That is
I
absolutely.
knew what she was talking about.
That was absolutely a
Oh,
cheap shot, Robin. Yes, I can put my hands on the koi and the frog. Yes. Okay. Robin has forgotten that there's a little word called spelled BAN right under her name here. So yeah. Of course, if I ban her, she'll just slide over next to Cindy, and then
yeah.
yeah,
Right.
yep. So there we go. All right, but keep in mind that sampler U up here at the top of the screen, right up there. I moved it.
Perfect.
But write that down because that's your chance if you can't make the whole seminar, 2-day weekend in Dallas, a couple beautiful samplers, and yeah, real. That's a great idea. Yep.
I do. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Hope it's
Do I
successful. Hope
do I know
people
where it
like
is?
it.
Somebody else put a comment up there so I can move her off the screen. Troublemaker. Yeah.
You're so funny. You're so
All
funny.
right.
See, the frog isn't that hard, Gary. I see. Here he is.
Oh, okay. Show off. Yeah.
Yeah. Rub it in, breath.
That's so pretty.
Okay.
They're fun to do. They're fun to do.
Yeah. I got it about a third done, and then I stopped. Yep. So what else we got,
Life.
Lee? Anything else you want to share with us before we move on to Cindy?
I think that'll about wrap it up.
Yep. Okay.
Tuesday.
There's the technique again, man. She is a master. She's a master.
That's what got
Yeah.
me the job.
Yeah. I think I've seen that movie.
Too fun.
Yeah. All right. So Cindy, this piece, Lorene Salt's Holtz meets Webb. We've talked about this. Go.
Okay, so this is a 4-day class, and we've finished 2 days of the class so far. Today was a off day. We have the other 2 days tomorrow and Friday. So Robin and I were both fascinated by this piece because the circles are perfect. And we wanted to know how she managed to do that. And it turns out those are Jessica's. But the stitches are kind of long and they're very shallow. And there's a whole lot of them. I think one of them is a 57 stitch. There's a 40-something stitch. And, so they're big. But they create beautiful, seamless, real circles on a grid.
Okay, so this is
So-
this is a Jessica with a great big hole in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And because the stitches are so shallow, it almost looks like a rope. You get kind of a rope effect.
Yeah.
It just creates a really, really nice border. And it's a typical Jessica, you run the last several stitches underneath the previous stitches, so you can't tell where it starts and stops.
Man.
Are you stitching over existing ones?
Yes. So the
Gosh.
coral colored one that's on the right is the first one that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the purple one looks like that's next. The turquoise blue one is on top of the purple one. So you just stitch right over the previous circles.
And then you do the fill in, or you do the fill in
And then
first?
and then you do the fill in. Yep.
Yeah, that was my question too, is how do they get such perfect circles? It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So this is the same. No, that's
Now
beads.
that's a different stitch, and we haven't gotten to that one yet. So I can't remember what it's called. It's kind of a heart variation, but she put it on its side so it looks like the moon. And then there's beads around it. I took these pictures from a different angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just an interesting designer. I mean, her things are so different than what you see, and those circles just fascinate me.
And I don't know if I have a close-up picture of it. Gary, go back to the first full photo and zoom in down at the bottom. So those two circles are based on like a spirograph. She found these patterns on Pinterest and thought they were interesting, so she worked out a way to stitch them. So this is the big one, and right above it is a smaller one. Yeah.
Wow.
They kind of give this isn't the right term, but like an Egyptian eye or eye of God, that kind of a
Uh-huh.
look to them.
The designer is Lorraine Salt, Deb.
Soon we'll be taking a class from her.
Yes, we will. And the class that we're taking, the next class we're taking from her through Mississippi River Valley is Africana. And there's two of these Jessicas on it, too.
Two of these
So
circles.
everybody will get to figure out how to do them.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a really good teacher. And very inventive.
And then this is where
Go ahead.
you've done.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is my hot mess. And I left it. I took the picture this way purposefully so that people could see, what things look like as we're stitching. And so I have that first spirograph thing done. Yeah, right there. So it's just layers. We started with the green Krynic, and then there's a purple pearl cotton. And I think the orange is pearl cotton, and then there's another Krynic braid, and then the last layer is pearl cotton again.
Yeah.
So have you had to do a lot of basting to find your positioning?
Yes, you'll see those basting lines, and
Okay.
that is so that we could. So the bottom triangle, we needed those diagonal basting lines to position that first stitch, the first step at the top of the triangle. And that is a mistake stitch.
Oh.
And then, so we are working our way down. I forget what she said we were going to do tomorrow, but we needed to have the left hand bottom established. So I have a little bit more to do to make sure that I've got that right. I have to finish that interior border and make sure that it meets up with that diagonal correctly.
Okay.
So when do you cut the canvas on that open circle top left?
The canvas is not cut.
It's not cut away. Oh, okay, okay.
No.
That's good. That was scary.
Yeah. I can't tell what she's done there. Obviously, there's a stitch there because the canvas is opalescent. It's white with the metallic, iridescent metallic in it. So she's obviously stitched. Doesn't look like basket weave. I can't tell what it is.
I
It almost
see it
looks like-
now. I thought it was you were cutting away the canvas, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's scary.
No.
It does give that look,
Robin
though,
says
doesn't
basket weave. Yeah. The understitching is basket weave.
it? Okay.
Wow. And then you've still got a ton of stitching on top of the other stitching too, in that, and just in that little corner where that circle is. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is dense.
there is a lot of stitching on this.
Yeah. Does she give you
So
homework
Robin's
every night?
No, we haven't really had homework. The first night we came out to the stitching area and both of us untacked our pieces and restretched them because, we didn't have an opportunity. That was the first thing we did in the class. The tables are kind of skinny and we're kind of crowded and it was really hard and we were trying to get things done in a hurry. So it's hard to get it stretched properly.
Right.
So we came out here and restretched them and stitched some more. Robin's worked on hers a little more than I have. And she's stitches faster than I do. The next one I think is Robin's. Yeah, there you go. So she
what
has
are
two
the
of the
threads?
adjustments in, a little bit more of the top border.
Can you speak to the threads you're using?
Oh my gosh, there's, what did I do with my bag? There is pearl cottons, there's Krynic, there's what else? Oh, thanks.
Does she have watercolors?
No, there's no watercolors. There's vineyard silks. Oh, there is a couple watercolors. Yeah, there is some watercolors. There's a Finca variegated pearl, wildflower, or wild impressions, plus a whole bunch of beads. Threadworks, both. Threadworks is the hang on. The Threadworks Vineyard Silk.
Oh, okay.
And there's some Silk Lame braid. There's Threadworks Metallics. Oh, there's a spool of the Painter's Threads Shimmer.
You got a whole needlework shop full of stuff there. Jeez.
No
Right.
kidding. No
Right.
kidding.
What is this piece? About
Neon
12 by
Rays
12?
Plus. I'm sorry?
About 12 by 12 size?
Yes, the finished area is 12 by 12. The canvas is 18 by 18. So everybody's that walks by is going, oh my God, that thing is huge. And it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive. All right, back on screen.
It's a lot of it is an I think intermediate to advanced piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a beginner piece.
Yeah. That is something else. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is that the only class you're doing?
Yes, it's a 4-day class. We
Because
got
that's the
here
only you
on
have time
Saturday.
for.
No, actually, it's not the only class. We had, the class was Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We took a class this morning with Lori King on appraising needlework. So that was a half day. That was really, really interesting. But we got here Saturdays, and then we had Sunday to just kind of, get settled in. And we went and looked at the exhibit, and looked at they had a auction for, a silent auction for canvases, and I mean all kinds of stuff, patterns. They had grab bags of thread,
Oh no.
$20 for a grab bag of thread, and there were some neat threads in them. So I only bought one, but then I bought a bag of silk threads
Oh.
at the expo last night. So anyway, Sunday we just kind of, chilled out, got registered, and uh, came out. We stitched on other stuff that we had brought, before, because we didn't have anything for the class.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that we've suggested to the teacher, is that, would have been great if we could have gotten our kits like Sunday, so that we could have had them mounted and had the basting done and be ready to jump right in.
Mm-hmm.
But because that did take some time to get to that point to where she could actually start us on the first thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All that could have been out of the way. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's quite a piece. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be curious to see how the next 2 days go, because I mean that becomes long. Sitting in class for 4 days. You do have that break in between too, with the Wednesday off, which I think is good.
Right.
But it becomes long days, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we get a break halfway through in the morning and in the afternoon. We've got a long lunch. It's a 2-hour lunch. So you've got time to, there aren't any restaurants real close. There's a restaurant in the hotel, if you don't want to leave the building. But, for people that can walk, there's restaurants within 4 or 5 blocks. So some people are leaving, and 2 hours gives them time to get out and walk around a little bit. They have, I guess, a really good trolley system in downtown Kansas City. We were talking to one of the people that lives here, and she said it's very safe, and it just kind of runs up and down through downtown, and it's free. So you hop on and hop off, wherever you want to. And so, 2 hours is time to get on the trolley and go to someplace fun for lunch and come back.
Yeah.
right. And actually, there's a really good art museum there that's free. I can't remember the name of it, but again, very, very nice art museum there.
And somebody also told me there was, was it you, Beth, that said there was a really great World War I history museum here?
Yes,
Yeah.
an excellent one. Excellent. I mean, first class. It's a really good one. So,
yeah,
if you're into history.
Well, and that's part of the fun thing about going to seminars like this and like EGAs. You're going to a city where there's other stuff. If you have the stamina and the energy to do it, which
Right.
I don't, unfortunately, anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's great to be able to take advantage of some of those other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Isn't
That's a
Mary
great time.
So I think there's.
Oh, go ahead, Lee.
I'm sorry.
Isn't Mary Corbett in Kansas City?
North of it. North of
North
it,
of
about,
it?
North
about
of
an
it.
hour, I think.
Y'all could all go visit.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I think she's like
Yeah.
an hour, some small town like an hour. I think it's about an hour north of Kansas City. Yeah.
I'd forgotten that she was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna leave Saturday morning.
Oh.
So I didn't want to try to drive. I mean, it's a 4.5 hour drive, which isn't bad, but I didn't want to try to get out of downtown Kansas City, because we are right in the middle of downtown
Oh,
at, when class gets out at 4:30. No.
yeah, yeah, yep.
No,
Probably not.
no.
So,
Yep,
yeah.
yep,
So we'll leave Saturday morning and take our time and wander back.
yeah. Excellent.
I
Well,
think
you're
there's
clearly
about
having.
300 people here.
Is there?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. All right. You're clearly having a good time. Boy, that's a great project. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's move on because Beth's got a couple things. Super Peace Rose, way up at the first comment. She found, I guess, I'm assuming a she, the macular degeneration show that we did with Rinda Just. Super, we're just going to call her Super for purposes. If you want to talk to Rinda, send me an email. I'm sure she'd be happy to talk to you and offer some insights, because she's very sharing with her macular degeneration experiences. And you mentioned you haven't, so let me know, and I will put you in touch with her. And if you want to connect, so yeah, just let me know. You know what? I know I'm quite confident she'll be happy to help you out, or at least swap stories or whatever helps. So let me know. Yeah. So all right, Beth, I've got a picture up here of you doing some beading on a scissor fob.
Oh,
That was
what?
enthusiastic.
I was like, wait, you have a picture of me doing I was
There
like,
it
what
is.
picture? I don't see it. Okay. I was like, what? Where's the picture? I guess it was slow. I'm reading these comments too about the art museums too over here on the right. I'm trying to listen to you. I can only do so many things at once. The Tudor
Oh, yeah.
Rose Sampler Guild, the president, Cindy Scott, offered to teach us how to make these brick stitched Tudor Rose beaded fobs. And I've done beading before, so I thought, oh, this won't take too long. Well, that's a lie. It took me all day. You know how that goes. But it was fun. I forgot how much fun it is to just sit down and bead something, and not put beads on a project, but to do the beading with a needle and thread.
Hmm.
And it's not that hard. I meant to grab the tray I use. I just use if I'm doing a big beading project, I grab like a TV tray that has like a little lip around it, and I put like it's not, it's like a fuzzy mat in there, and it
Hmm.
covers the whole bottom of it. And then I make piles of each of the colors of the beads, and I label them. So they're normally A, B, C, D, whatever that is. And then as you read across the rows of the pattern, I count out how many beads go in each row and pull those from that big stack of beads. And then I bead from that. And then it goes a lot faster. If you're not trying to count from the big piles, if you've already made your little row of, you need like 5 red and then 2 green and then 5 more red and 1 green and 1 black and 1 gold. If you've already got those all lined up, you just need to add them on in whatever direction you're going. But it's a lot of fun. I
What's your
highly recommend
base?
trying it.
What's the base for the beads? Is it just random cloth?
No, it's thread.
It's thread.
This is all just needle and thread. It's
Oh,
probably, I think she gave us Nymo
oh, I
beading
thought this was
thread.
on a piece of ground cloth. Oh my.
No,
Mm-mm.
no,
Oh,
no. It's just beaded.
wow. Shows what I know. Holy smokes.
Yeah. So they're fun to do. And then once I finished it, and I thought, ooh, I know I have more beading projects down in the basement. Now, where are they? That took me down a rabbit hole, and I was like, I can't be starting another project. What sort of crazy talk is this? I put everything back away. But I highly recommend trying it. Again, it's Threading the needle can be difficult, but you can get a needle threader for it if you have to.
Yeah.
And I do beeswax it, my
Okay.
bees. But it's a lot of
Do
fun.
you
Highly
stretch it?
recommend. What do you mean? Do I stretch it?
Some of the beading threads, you need to stretch them a little bit because otherwise they'll stretch later.
Um,
But I
I
don't know
kind of
which ones.
I kind of always give it a little tug, not like a jerk, but like a little tug,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah. And
highly
then
recommend doing it.
then Beth ran out of things to do, so she's weaving.
Yeah.
Because she
Well,
got bored.
I'm bored. Well, a friend I think got tired of hearing me say, "Oh, I want to learn to weave. I need. Don't you have a loom I could borrow?" And one day she showed up at my house with two, and she said she never wanted to see them again. Because people locally know she weaves, and so she would get looms dropped off at her house. And anyone who does any weaving at all knows that looms are big. And the one I'm using is it's about 2 feet. And when I set it up, it takes up most of my card table. So this takes up a lot of space. And this is the smaller of the two looms she gave me. But I had to try it, and I'm actually enjoying it. But I needed my son had to help me set this silly thing up. I waited until my engineer came home, and I said, "Here, make this work." And so it took us 3 tries to get it, because it didn't look like it had all the pieces. But so we tried doing it one way, and that didn't work. So we cut all the warp threads out, and then we tried it again, and that didn't quite work. And we finally figured out we needed to wind it around. It has like a dowel rod, and then it has like a square rod. And we realized we had to wrap the warp threads around there. And then we started weaving, and I did the white part first, and I was like, this is a mess. And then I pulled out some cotton embroider, which is the purple. And so the first section there that you see is mine. And then my son wanted to try it. And his was very tight. You could see he got the tension right immediately. And I was like, this stinks. You don't do any, because he's the one who used to be. And so he just immediately, he wove. He goes, oh, you got to hold it like this. And then you pull it. I pulled it tight here. And then he beat it a couple of times. He goes, see, and it works like this, Mom. I'm like, oh, okay, let me try again.
I'm just going to pause here and say, imagine the stories best kids tell after a weekend at the parents' house. Just imagine.
Well, and then we pulled out some of the sparkly stuff, and I had it a little bit left of some rainbow gallery thread. I thought, oh, let's see if this will weave, and it does. I mean, it needs a little bit more tension put on it, but it was fun. And now this is just a matter of practice. I've got to take some time, practice some more.
Yeah.
See if I can get a better tension going, because obviously it was very narrow, and the white is very narrow, and then it gets wider, which I think is right, but I don't know. I've got to just play with it some more. So anyway.
Yeah, Deb, that's Cindy is at the A&G thing in the mezzanine bar area, so that's just background noise. I'm going
Yeah,
right
it's my
to
background noise.
Yeah, that's all that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
So is this giving you enough, Beth, that you're gonna keep
I'm
playing with
gonna
this,
play.
or you? Yeah.
I'm going to play with this one some more, because this is, I think, about the right size. I think I could make some fairly long trim with it. I could make some trim. And so if I just need to play with it some more, and then I think I'll try again with some more different warp fabric.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Cool.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
But you might be getting a different loom here. You might be getting
Okay.
the bigger one. After my son needs to play with it first because he's an engineer and it's in his room right now. And so he needs to see how it works. He was up in Massachusetts and he went to Lowell. And so he
Yeah.
saw how the big old looms worked. And so he's
Yeah.
fascinated. He goes, he's got to know how it works. He's an engineer. He's got to take it apart, put it back together again, and then you can have it.
See, most kids go home to the parents for the weekend. Oh, we went out to dinner, we went to church, we sat out on the back porch and watched the sunset, and it was a relaxing weekend. Not best kids. No, they're sitting up
No.
looms. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
Not
else
normal.
are you going to do?
Yeah,
Come on.
right. That's right. And this is a book to get. I'm gonna hawk this book. Um, if you're interested in weaving at all, this is the book. Elizabeth Ashdown. That's the one.
I had
It'll
to pull
help
it
you.
out.
It'll help you. And I have noticed if you're interested in looms, not that I am, but in Facebook Marketplace, there are a number of looms available. People wanting to unload them for one reason or another. Some big ones, some tabletop ones, but I was really surprised at how many looms are available, and not particularly expensive. So if you're interested, you can get into that little world without investing a small fortune. I saw one today. Not that I looked, but I saw one today. Algorithm forced it on me. What could I do? But it was one where you set it up in the middle of a room. But there have been several tabletop ones. So if Beth decides to keep both of those, then I'll probably buy one. But I'll wait.
I have a feeling he's going to get one because I can't keep both of them. There's no room. I don't have room for both of them.
All right. Oh, and one last thing before we go. Last Sunday, Labor Day weekend, last Sunday, I did a show with Kelly Lee Teskey about my trip to the eye doctor to get trifocals for stitching. Well, regular glasses, not these, not yet. They're not here yet. But trifocals for stitching. Listen to that show, especially if you have an eye doctor appointment coming up. Listen to that show for my experience and then Kelly's input. She's an optician. It will help you. And then there's two other shows. The one that we did on macular degeneration that I was talking to Super Peace Rose about. But also we did another one earlier in the year with Kelly about going to the eye doctor. So if you are coming up on new lenses, new glasses, or a doctor appointment, or if you would really just like to see better when you stitch, those shows will help you at least go in with enough knowledge to ask intelligent questions, which is really all we can offer. It's still your doctor, still your tech, still your optician
Right.
that are the experts. So don't come at us. But there's some good information there that you at least can ask intelligent questions. And that's what worked for me, was doing the show with Kelly, and then I went in there and I was very yeah, optician is not a doctor, right? Ophthalmologist or optometrist is the doctors. But I was very careful to not go in and say, Kelly said this, and Kelly said that. I just went in and said, I explained that we do this podcast and that we'd had an expert on and had talked to her, and so I have this much information. Don't go in there and say, I got to have this because Kelly said. Don't take that approach, but it will help you, and it helped me. I at least had a clue to what was going on, and the technician did everything just the way Kelly described it. The whole shoot match. Took my needlework with me. I mean, I went in with my needlework hoop, the table clamp, the whole bit. We put it right on the table, and I held the thing so I could see, where my right height. And she measured and did the whole thing, and she was fantastic. She was really good, and so I should have, if it works out, I should have glasses that will allow me to stitch and not use a magnifier. I'll use the light from the magnifier, but not use a magnifier. It was crystal clear. I couldn't believe it. Just unbelievable. So that was last
So
Sunday.
Gary, is
Yeah.
When you're working on your floor frame, is that the same height as the table clamp?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay.
And when I was testing this, I always want to do the romper room thing, but when I was testing, I was moving this stick up and down, and I had a good 6 inches of range where it was in focus. So I'm pretty confident that no matter what stand I have in front of me, that I'm going to be darn close to what that it will
Great.
work. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like this little bit of depth of field and then I was out of focus. No, there was a good range. So I think we'll be okay
Good.
there. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty confident. Yep. No, it was fantastic. But having that knowledge going in was really really helpful. I just the optician when I was getting glasses, Kelly says to get the trifocal part on the line trifocals 8 by 35 millimeters. It's bigger than normal, and the optician did not want to sell me. She wanted me to go with what we always do it this way, and
Yeah.
I said no, I want 8 by 35. So she finally caved, and because but she wasn't going to give it to me. But Kelly said, get the bigger size, then you have more area, more magnification area to look through. So, but I had to
Right.
stick to my guns on that. But otherwise, it was great. Yeah. Oh, there's Kelly's in the audience. Hi, Kelly. Yeah, I'm anxious to get the glasses. Couple more weeks. I'm really anxious to get them and see how they work out. So, but listen to that show if you are coming up on an eye doctor appointment or looking to get new glasses. All three shows will help you. Yeah, I'm confident of that.
Yeah.
And fire questions at us. Kelly has her own Facebook page. I know she'd be more than willing to help you if you have questions. Black Thread Studio on Facebook, and I know she'll help you if you have questions. But those classes, those three shows, I think will answer most of your questions, if not all of them. So, all right,
Yeah.
Sunday, Lea Peacock is our guest this coming Sunday, and thanks for joining us
Tu-
tonight, Lee. Whoop,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
punch the button Tuesday,
That's right.
right here,
You can do it.
right here,
Yes.
right there. Yep, got it. All right, we're out, everybody. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed
All
it.
right.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.